Story of Arjun, a boy who was born with nothing but built everything with purpose. Arjun grew up in a small, crowded neighborhood where dreams were rare and survival was the goal. His father was a daily wage laborer. Some days there was work, some days there wasn't. His mother stitched clothes late into the night, her eyes tired but her hands never stopping. They didn't talk about goals, they talked about bills. At 17, Arjun had already accepted what he believed was his future: a low-paying job, a life of struggle, and a quiet surrender to reality. People like us don't become successful, he would tell himself, and for a while he believed it. One evening, everything changed. After a long day, Arjun returned home to find his father sitting silently outside their house. No words, just silence. That kind of silence that speaks louder than anything else. "Work illa," his father finally said. "No work today. No money. No food. No plan." That night, Arjun lay awake, staring at the ceiling. For the first time in his life, a thought disturbed him deeply. Is this really how my whole life is going to be? That question became a turning point. The next day, Arjun didn't suddenly become rich. He didn't find a miracle. What he found was responsibility. He realized something powerful. Blaming his situation was easy. Changing it would be hard, but only one of those paths leads somewhere. So he made a decision, not a loud decision, not one he announced to the world, a quiet one. I will not stay here. Arjun started small. He took a basic job at a local shop. The pay was low, the hours were long. But instead of complaining, he observed. He watched how customers behaved, how the shop owner managed money, how products were sold. At night, while others slept, he used his phone, not for scrolling, but for learning. Free videos, free lessons, free knowledge. He didn't have money, but he had time, and he decided to invest it. Days turned into months, months turned into years. It wasn't easy. There were days he felt exhausted, days he doubted himself, days when his friends laughed at him. "Why are you working so hard? Life is already fixed," they said. But Arjun had changed. He no longer saw himself as a poor boy. He saw himself as a person in progress, and that changed everything. 1 year later, Arjun had saved enough to take a small step. He started a tiny side hustle, reselling products online. Nothing big, no fancy setup, but it was his. He failed at first, lost money, made mistakes, but instead of quitting, he learned. That's what separated him. By year 2, something shifted. His skills improved, his confidence grew, his mindset expanded. He wasn't just earning anymore, he was building. Building discipline, building knowledge, building identity. And slowly, his income followed. 3 years later, Arjun stood in front of a small office space, his office. Not inherited, not gifted, built. From late nights, from failures, from sacrifices nobody saw. His parents stood beside him, his mother's eyes filled with tears, not because they were rich, but because the cycle had been broken. But the most powerful moment came later. One day, Arjun walked back into his old neighborhood, the same streets, the same houses, the same struggles. He saw a young boy sitting outside, looking tired, defeated. Arjun recognized that look. He had seen it before, in the mirror. "Why so dull?" Arjun asked. The boy shrugged. "Nothing will change. This is my life." Arjun smiled, not with arrogance, but with understanding. "I used to think the same," he said. Then he told him everything: the struggles, the doubts, the decision, the grind, the build. The boy listened silently. "Anna, so it's possible?" he asked. Arjun looked at him and said something that every person needs to hear. It's not about where you come from. It's about what you decide to become. Listen, this story is not just about Arjun. It's about you. Because right now, you are standing at a crossroads. 2 paths. Path 1, blame. It's my parents. It's my situation. It's the system. That path is comfortable, but it keeps you stuck. Path 2, build. It's on me. I will learn. I will grow. That path is hard, but it changes everything. You don't need money to start. You need a decision. You don't need perfect conditions. You need commitment. You don't need luck. You need purpose. Because the truth is simple. Poverty is not just a condition, it's a mindset. And once you break that mindset, you break the cycle. So ask yourself right now, are you going to stay where life placed you, or are you going to build where life challenged you? Your past is a chapter, not the whole story. Your struggle is real, but so is your potential. You were born in poverty, but you were not born to stay there.